and welcome back to my channel. It's Amaka of Skybell Beauty, and today I have the Acheampong family in the building.
Hi.
Wow, guys, I'm so excited to have you on my channel. I mean, this is my first time having an actual collaboration with other YouTubers on my channel.
Wow,
really?
okay.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
I've
nice.
never had anyone on my channel
Oh,
before, and I'm
that's
super
great.
excited.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having me as well.
Thank you.
Please
Yeah.
introduce yourself to the lovely audience.
Okay.
We're the Acheampong family. My name is Kevin Acheampong,
Anna.
and we have two children, Sophie Jane and Micah Acheampong. And we decided to move from the Netherlands to Ghana to explore Ghana and to educate our children about our heritage.
Yeah. Like for me, it was more that the standard European life, I was a bit tired of that, and I just wanted a change. So initially, we just came to stay here for like a year or half a year just to chill and get to know our heritage, get to know our family, and get to know African culture better. But then it grew into something that we liked so much that now we decided to stay, or that we're trying to stay. Yeah.
Aside your story as a family who moved to Ghana, a lot of people do not know your individual experience, like growing up. Where are you from?
Netherlands.
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 Yeah.
Okay. So I want to ask individually.
Yeah.
I'll start with Anna. What was the experience like growing up as a mixed race
Okay.
person in
In the Netherlands, yeah. So my mom is Dutch and my dad is Ghanaian, and I was basically brought up by my mom. Then I'll go to my dad from time to time in the weekends. Or for my dad, he was like, she's okay with her mom and let her speak Dutch, and she don't need to learn the language. And I didn't need to do cultural things because he said, she's light skinned, she don't need to do that. I wanted to know more about it. So when I started coming to Ghana, then my curiosity started to grow. But basically, whenever I came, I was just confined to my compound. He never took me out to see things. Then he would always say, I'll do it next morning, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it next week. And I'll be there sitting in the house for 6 weeks, having my summer break. And it was so boring. So eventually I started not liking to come to Ghana because I was bored. When I met Kevin, that is when I've seen like another side of Ghana, which I didn't know. Like Ghana can be very fun, there's lots of things to do. That's when I really liked it.
So I want to find out from you, what was the experience like growing up as a mixed race person in the Netherlands?
I had a similar thing with my dad, like Anna. My dad really didn't pay that much attention about teaching me things about Ghana, or how it's to be a Ghanaian. So my quest here is also to discover like how my dad was when he was a young kid.
When you guys decided to make that move, what were some of the fears or the worries that you had, especially considering you have kids?
That's the whole idea for us starting YouTube, is that because we were looking for footage or videos to show them like this is where we're going, but the content of Africa or Ghana in particular, it was almost non-existent. Why don't we create that videos to show other people, like maybe to help them if they also want to come, or to give them a better idea of what Ghana life is really like. The perception of Africa is so bad because what they show you on TV is always kids with underfed bellies who are very swollen and flies on them and living in the village, but they don't show the real Africa. So that's like our motivation now, to show people that this is how you can live here.
So did you have any remarks from your friends, from family, telling you why you moved to Ghana?
A lot.
What was their overall response?
Don't go. Why would you take your children there? Is it safe? Do you have drinking water?
Yeah.
What else?
Well,
Do they have cars?
just
What
things
kind of
like
food would you eat?
electricity and those things, because
Yeah.
they don't know.
I think the image that the West creates about Africa in the media, like general media, TV, television, and the newspapers of Africa in general, is Africa is poor, there's no food there, nobody has drinking water, and everybody eats rice. That's basically the perception that they created, the image, yeah. And that everybody lives in a village,
Yes.
and that people use cows for transportation. So that's what people think, right?
Yes. Some people even think we have lions as pets.
Exactly. Yeah,
We
it's
ride them to
very,
school.
very
Hey, I would like to have a lion as a pet.
You would?
Yeah.
Oh, that is so mind blowing.
Yeah.
So when you guys finally decided to make that move, did you have to quit your job, or was there like a safety net just in case it doesn't work out?
No, I quit my job. Literally, I quit my job to do it because we're at a certain point that we thought of like, listen, if we want to do this, either it's in a time frame where the kids can still adjust, or it's going to be something that is never going to happen.
Speaking about the kids,
Yeah.
how did they adapt to the new environment?
I think they did very, very, very well. And especially Micah, because he doesn't have that knowledge of what school is like, because he only went to daycare in the Netherlands. So for him, the adaptation was so easy. So I recommend everybody coming with kids. If you want to come, make sure your kids haven't gone to school in the Netherlands yet. That adaptation will be
country.
sorry, from another country. If they haven't started basic school yet, the adaptation from here moving to any other country will be just like that. It's so easy. Also speaking English, like they didn't speak any English when they came here.
Like, how long did it take them to pick up English?
About 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, 2 to 3 months, like fully
Wow.
speaking.
Yeah.
How would you, as parents, compare the schooling here to what you're used to in the Netherlands?
Our experience from this school, because they only been to one school, so I can't say all schools in general, but our experience is that school is like only on academics, while school in Western countries are more of emotional safety and playing. You need to provide that, like take your child to maybe dance classes or other things where they can have that social time.
Speaking about your personal experience going to school in the Netherlands, did you face any challenges as a mixed race student?
I did, yeah. I did a lot, but then I think Kevin did it, right?
I didn't until I moved to the next school, like junior high school. And then people would make remarks about me being African. But those remarks were coming from South Americans who are originally Africans, which I didn't understand. But I dealt with it on my own way at that time.
I lived in a very white neighborhood and I went to a very white school. I was bullied a lot, especially when I was young. I remember one incident that a boy from, I think he was way older, he was maybe 10 and I was like 4, just starting in school. He pushed my face to the ground to compare my color to the color on the ground. I will maybe sometimes go to one part of the playground and they'll say, oh, you're not allowed here. I learned how to have a very big mouth, and I was like labeled as a complex child. Like the teachers would say, oh, it's Anna again, here we go again. So that was my experience there.
Kids at the moment, when they were back in the Netherlands, did they have the same experience in school? Or?
So it was starting when we started bringing her to school, and she got like home with small remarks like, oh, maybe if I'm more like Micah, I will get more friends. I was shocked and I was like, oh my God, what if the same thing that happened to me is gonna happen to her?
West Africans, I would say, is that the concept of racism is, I don't want to say unrelatable, but I don't know what it looks like. When I hear people talking about it and sharing their experiences, it's foreign to me because we've never experienced racism. We have our own individual issues in terms of differences with tribes, but racism, I mean, we're all the same. I don't want to say black because when I start hearing the whole black, white, some people even say brown, yellow, I'm like, am I missing something? Yes, because the color black, there's no human who looks that way. There's nobody who their skin tone is white. But I don't know the obsession with the whole black, white, this, that.
I think racism is like, it's a Western thing.
I really think, and I'm almost sure, racism has a lot to do with education. If people are not well educated or they don't mind putting the time in learning things or discovering how somebody else is, then you start painting your own picture without knowing information that's relevant.
Everybody is biased in a way, but you need to educate yourself to know how to handle yourself in different environments when that uncomfortable feeling comes up. I think, you're right. It's all based on education.
How long have you guys been here?
11 months.
If you compare your experience or maybe your expectation moving here, have you experienced any form of racism?
Okay, let's say being called Obroni the whole time. That's also racism. People just say it here because for them they don't see a lot of different color skinned people here. It can be offending. You don't know what that person has been through.
African people did not experience racism like we did or other people.
It's on a different way.
So they don't know that it offends you. Okay. So the racism that I experience here or that I've seen a bit is that it's revert racism. Okay, let's say that I'm in a line. I am waiting and another person is waiting. Somebody will come and pick me before that black person. And to me that is so weird and I don't get it. And it seems like light skin is preferred here above black skin.
Okay, when they picked you out of the line, what was their reason? What reason did they give you?
They said we look too nice, we can't wait in the line.
Can you imagine? In that way, that's also a part of racism because what he's doing to all the other people.
Yeah, it's not
nice.
fair.
I think they know that, okay, they are probably foreigners, so they want to treat you with extra,
welcoming,
hospitality.
That we understand.
That aspect,
and I think that culture should really stay because that is so nice of African people. They're so open and friendly to anybody, but you should never choose somebody above your own.
Yeah.
That is what I don't like.
When you guys made the move, how was your house hunting experience like?
At the beginning it was difficult because we expected something and it wasn't the thing, so we needed to adjust very fast and quick, and at the same time find a school for the children because that's required for the Dutch government.
While not having a car in Accra.
Within a certain time frame. We found eventually everything within I think a time frame of 2 weeks, something like that, and eventually led to this.
How would you describe the cost of living here as compared to back in the Netherlands?
I think the cost of living here is cheaper if you can leave your Western ways and mentalities and adjust to Ghanaian life. But then again, you need a stable income to survive in Africa.
Yep.
You cannot come here thinking that, I'm having 10K savings and I'm opening up a business and I'm going to survive here for 2 years until I see how that business is going. No. You need like, I think per head of the family, a minimum of 500 euros or dollars each month to live comfortable.
I think this is really helpful for a family who is really considering moving here. So you have to think about the proximity of the school to the apartment.
I think that's the number one thing. If you don't have a job, like your job is most important, of course. You don't want to travel 2 hours each day, and Accra is very busy. So I think your number one focus when you come here with children is look for a place that is close to either your work and the kids' school. The place for your house or your kids' school should not be more than, I think, 15 minutes on Google Maps. But if it's more than that, you can assume traffic is crazy.
They want to move and they have the goal to start a business in Africa. They see opportunities, which there are. For someone who that is their aim, do you think they should still go ahead and make the move?
Let me say this.
But you need to have a lot of money.
For a business, come, see, explore, interact with people, have conversations with other business owners, and know how the regulation works. Because if not, you can have a bright idea, right? That idea will work in every country. But if you come here and you put your idea here, but the market is not ready for it, you're just flushing all your money down the drain. You get fed up. You have difficulties with regulations and getting things done, getting your paperwork done, and you'll be so frustrated that you will just cry and run.
I think you need at least enough savings to keep yourself afloat for 2 years or 3 years before you can say that I'm sure I can start a business which generates money.
When it comes to opening a business, it's always taking a risk, but take a well-calculated risk.
So getting your groceries, food, basic necessities, how has that been like? Did you struggle getting what you're used to back home here in Ghana?
I think you can get anything that you want, but you're gonna pay top dollar. So you need to adjust yourself.
Like if it comes to fruits, foods here are nice and they're very cheap and you can get them everywhere. And if you go to the market or to far places, even then better prices and everything. But if you like certain snacks or certain dishes you're used to cook in, for instance, UK or America, you can get them here, but you can't find them everywhere. You need to travel to get them. That's one thing. When you're there, not everything is in stock because it's imported, and because it's imported, the price is high.
Let's give an example, right? I miss strawberries. I want to eat strawberries, but I don't think that's a Ghanaian thing. So strawberries here, for one pack of strawberries, you can pay $10.
Yeah.
You can find it, but you're gonna pay $10. And for me, then I'll rather eat my mango. I'm okay.
So entertainment in terms of restaurants, going out, places, fun places to be.
I think for adults, there are enough here.
Yeah.
There's enough things to go. You can go to a new restaurant every day. But things for kids, to me, is like they're not enough at all.
It's very rare.
At all, especially for young kids. I know of one playground that's really nice, but then only one in whole of Accra.
What would be your final advice to people who are out there? They really want to move to Africa. They have a family.
Yeah.
And they're just scared. What would you tell them?
Don't be scared. I mean, everything can be scary. Just know that you can overcome your fear, and especially if you have family, then try and see if you can plan to go to them. And when you're based with them, just roam around to see if you can get familiar with the neighborhood, to see if you can find things you like, and feel as if you can stay there for a longer term. That would be good, because if you just come for a short period, it helps. If you don't come at all and just make a move at once, it can be hard.
Thank you guys so much.
Very
This was
welcome.
an amazing session with you guys, and I'm sure
Thank
people.
you.
You're welcome. I'm sure people who are watching and they're thinking about making that move, hearing from you guys would really help them ease their fears. I know
I
that
hope so.
if they can do it, then maybe I too can do it.
Yeah.
All right, guys,
True.
we've had an amazing time, and I have learned a lot as well, and I hope you have too. Please, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to join the family, and also go and follow the Acheampong family. I'll leave their details across the screen, and I'll leave a link in the description bar below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.